South Africa has seen a surge in extortion rackets led by gangs, especially in the Western Cape province. Various businesses are being forced to pay fees to go about their day-to-day business. Intercape, a bus company, says it has recorded 150 incidents since the start of 2021, including shootings, intimidation, assault, and extortion. The Khayelitsha community has borne the brunt of the extortion. And in just 6 months, 24 officers have been arrested for various crimes, including extortion, fraud, and even drug possession. Joining me now is Malibongwe Badi. He's the Development Forum Secretary for the Khayelitsha community. Malibongwe, welcome to Business Edge. Thank you for joining me.
Good day.
All right, and good afternoon to you too. So let's just get an idea of where these extortion rackets really started from and even when. How has this thing sort of kicked off and started and become such a larger problem now?
My name is Malibongwe Badi, the Secretary of Khayelitsha Development Forum. I think we have a crisis here, man, of pandemic after pandemic here in Western Cape and in South Africa. The crime, the ESCOM, currently as I'm speaking with you now, there is no power. That's why we'll get disturbance in terms of the network. But however, after the pandemic of COVID, the crime has escalated to the level that is unbelievable. Extortion is here alive in Khayelitsha, but we are fighting it as a community. We are trying by all means to fight it. But however, we can say that is there. I think they also is dangerous to the people of this country and the people in our community, including the small business that are trying to find themselves in the economy of this country. But it's challenging because for you to grow or develop your business, you are inviting or attracting the extortionist. So we are in that level of crime.
Okay, so tell me right now, how are businesses and people being targeted, particularly by the extortionists? What methods are they using? What sort of the situation going on?
What we are being reported by the community is that these criminals come to your house or to your business place and demand certain money to protect you against being robbed or being hijacked, whatever robberies and business robberies. So they come to you. They also come to the household to have what property, who are renting flats, B&Bs and so forth, and come them to demand certain amount of money to protect them from being robbed. So it's criminals who go around to that they must protect you from being robbed by them.
Protect you from being robbed by them.
It's a sort of kind of a security kind of a thing that they are providing to you.
So in terms of the businesses, because I also hear you sort of mentioning, I think, what it is, real estate as well. What's been the effect on the community, on businesses, and even the value of the community's property as well?
I didn't hear you properly in that one.
So I said, what's been the effect of the extortion on businesses and the community?
Come again for the last time.
What has been the impact of the extortion on the businesses and the community?
Oh, no, it have a high impact, a negative impact, because certain businesses has been closed because of that. And certain project and development in Khayelitsha has been delayed because of that. And the level of crime, people are scared maybe even now to invest in Khayelitsha, some of people. As we are trying to work with the government officials who are dealing with the security cluster, the Minister of Police and others, to try and conquer this kind of a crime. But businesses are scared. I can tell you now they are scared. And eventually some of them are paying. And as a result, they can't develop the way they're supposed to develop because they have to pay this amount of money for security.
So let me ask, you talk about the fact that the community is also talking to the police and other government officials on this, but there's also the news that police officers have also been arrested for this extortion as well, that they may also be involved in extortion, fraud, and even drug possession. How does that make the community feel when those who are meant to provide the security are possibly parts of the extortion, which is meant for you to pay those who might rob you to stop them from robbing you?
No, we had that there are police that were involved. Some of them that were arrested that were involved in extortion. We are working together with the police in trying to curb this pandemic of extortion. We have formed as a culture development forum, a safety and security forum that will try to assist and work with the police. We have imbizos that we have set with the police ministers and the Department of Police. We have a crime summit. We are having a small anyana imbizos in all the areas, zoom into the areas where we live. But to answer that question of yours, people are fear of this thing. They are fearing the extortion, and some start not to trust the system itself, the government system, the police, and so forth, because of such involvement of the police, some of the police in the process. So people start to doubt the police, and some of them start to trust the extortionist.
All right, Malibongwe Badi, we'll leave it at that for now. We do hope that the community is able to get some kind of resolution to this, as well as having those who should be protecting people genuinely doing their jobs as well. But we'll touch base with you another time.
Okay, thank you, man. Thank you for hosting us as Kailisha. But we will find the solution. We will find the solution. We will work on it, and eventually we will find the solution of Kevin.
Definitely what we want to hear. All right, thank you so much. And of course, you saw with some of the slides on the screen, hope we can get that one back, talking about extortion in South Africa and the history of it. It is unfortunately nothing new, and it's very likely that many small businesses, operators, particularly in the transport industry across the continent, could actually find some connection to this situation that's happening in South Africa with extortion coming about. The rackets are being organized by criminal gangs going as far back as the 1940s as well, but now it seems to have re-emerged in sectors and in different areas. You know, Cape Town, the Western Cape province is also experiencing it, and the minibus taxi industry is also being subject to a tax mafia that extorts money from operators through associations and rank fees, as well as protection rackets. Pay us not to rob you. We'll keep an eye on this. Again, as I said, something that many across the continent, being small businesses and transport operators, can possibly definitely understand. It's a situation they go through. But as we want businesses to grow and our economies to formalize, we need to get a handle on these sorts of situations and rackets. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it's all about SMEs again, continue the conversation and seeing how they are navigating rising inflation and the impact it's had on their business operations. Stick around.